folks, let's replay Lords of Magic, the Special Edition. And when last we left off,
What is it?
Balkoth and Dorian joined forces and travelled to the Death Great Temple, fighting bravely and liberating it for the people of Moldar. The Dark Elves of Moldar pledged their allegiance to Balkoth, and by extension Golgoth, for what he did. And now we have a stronghold where we can use followers to recruit units and generate resources. We also have two champions that are going to hold Moldar for the foreseeable future. We have Kuera's clone and we have Gemhi, both pretty mighty. Meanwhile, at the Fire Capital City, we have the Lord of Life very close by, Esruda. Esruda really doesn't look like that they have a lot of units protecting them, but you have to remember that Life have a lot of military power. We don't have too much less, but there is a legendary creature in the Great Temple, and if we were to eliminate Life's Lord, that legendary creature would come straight for Moldar, and all of the units that they have just lying around would do the same. Speaking of our diplomatic relations with people, Air are hostile, Order are hostile, Earth are neutral, Life hate us, Chaos have distaste, and Water have hostility. Everyone is pretty quickly deciding that they don't like us. Makes sense, we kind of want to take over the whole world. We're going to move Balkoth over to Moldar next turn and start training up our various unit generating buildings. It's probably going to take 10 or 11 turns, and we'll also want to watch out for any marauders while that's going on. So let's end the turn and hope that Esruda doesn't decide to turn against my city, and Esruda hasn't, and attack. I'm glad for that. Now that was a unit moving over there, and I was just in time for extra followers, which is marvellous. We have 10 followers and an extra 12. These will be split evenly so that we have 11 followers here and 11 followers in Chark. Going to assign all of you like so that we get the maximum resource generation, and over here we are going to do much the same. We have 2 there, we have 8 there, and we're going to put 1 there. This gives us a very impressive 12 gold per turn, and I'm actually going to start using this to shore up my resource generating buildings. We're going to get an imp here, just to hold this. It won't stop any factions from taking over our buildings, but it will stop those pesky marauders.
We welcome
And
all
we
who
need
wish
a
to learn our
bat
craft,
here.
but they must be willing to endure the cruelty.
To fly
we welcome all
over
who
to...
wish
Actually,
to
we
learn
need
our
another
craft,
bat, so
but
let's
they must be willing
get
to endure
2.
the cruelty of their
You're going to go
teachers.
over to there. You're going to go over to here. And I actually want 1 more.
We welcome all who wish
So
to learn
you're
our
going
craft,
to
but they
start
must be willing
scouting.
to endure the cruelty
I
of
want
their
you to head
teachers.
down so that we can see if Water are doing okay, because I'm thinking that Water will be our next target. Now you just stay there forever, and we're going to
None
funeral
shall
march
oppose me.
Balkoth and Dorian over to Moldar. We could actually funeral march you straight into here, which is a good idea.
All are merely
Now,
dabblers
plus
in
29
the ways of
experience
magic,
and
until they are ready to learn
294
the feat
total.
of a dark
Okay.
challenge of death.
You're going to take a turn to get over to there.
Mine.
You're going to be able to get here instantly, though.
Countless have died to become one of our
224
order,
and
countless
22.
will continue
Fair
to
enough.
try.
Now, we wait. And we listen to all of these little dragonflies flying about. And keep our eyes open for any marauders. And Water. No marauders that I can see. Okay. There is a dungeon. We are not going anywhere near that dungeon. Also, the sounds have changed because we're close to the sea there.
Death by fire.
Alright, you go into there.
We welcome all who wish to learn our
177
craft,
total.
but they must be
Fair
willing
enough.
to endure the cruelty
And every
of their
turn that we
teachers.
wait to do the training is another turn that we get some more resources in preparation for upgrading one of our cities. And we're likely to upgrade Molder first, because we want that to become level 2 pretty quickly. I'm not going to start learning spells until we confer this experience to, actually, that's a good point. If I have a look at you, you're not going to actually get beyond level 1. So, I actually want to unassign you so that we can actually start learning the spells. These champions have studied the dark arts of magic for many years to gain control over death and the living dead. They possess a powerful evil magic bent towards pain and the destruction of all living things. Greetings, hen dear.
What spells
Time for
pique
you to
your
start
profane
studying.
desires?
Primal Fear is going to take a long time. Walk Among Us is also going to take a long time. Spawn Cave. There will come a time when Golgotha will rise again, when the lands are filled with danger and war, when the people have forgotten his power. When the next eye of power has been overrun, and his herald will come to lead us. These are the portents of our Lord's return. From the writings of Hendir the Seer. Note found in margin. With Golgotha's blessing, we'll be able to call forth this danger to overrun the lands. That's a pretty good spell. But right now, we're going to pick Ray's Skeleton. So you ask, how can I force a spirit to stay inside a dead body after a change in celestial power? The answer is simple. You cannot. To bring a permanent being forth from a corpse, you must infuse the recently dead body with an entity from the Shadowlands. Thus empowered, the Shadow will tear the strong skeleton free of the rotting and encumbering flesh and stand ready to serve your will. From the notes of Master Al-Y Emin's lecture on Undeath. Good spell to learn. Balkoth is actually really good at studying spells because Balkoth is our highest level wizard right now. But we're going to leave Balkoth out of the Mage Tower for the moment and instead focus on just clearing out the area. What we should really do before I even think about upgrading the capital city is get some more units. We're going to need a couple more javelin throwers. We're going to need a fair few more infantry. Mostly we're going to have javelin throwers, and we completed research on Frenzy, and research will continue with Flame Sword. Let's look at Flame Sword.
What magical incantations do you require?
They fell upon the enemy, and their swords burst into flames. They proclaimed their god's favour, screaming war cries, and left the enemy lying dead in the stench of charred flesh. Behind them, the witch laughed as she practiced her craft in secret. Observations of a bard. Seems like a good idea to me. So you just keep doing that, and we will keep... ooh, I haven't moved my bat for a few turns, have I? I keep forgetting to move my scouts. Darn it. Next turn. Next turn. Also, I'm not surprised you're deciding to keep out of the bat's attack radius. Also here, Dragon Lair. Not poking at the Dragon Lair, and down there I believe is the Realm of Water. We don't want to stay there long. I doubt we're welcome. In fact, replace doubt we're welcome with we definitely are not welcome. It's our turn. Good. Oh, there are a few of these you haven't actually cleared out. There's a seagull here. No units that I can see that are guarding otherwise. Gonna have to watch out though, because those guards will be tough. We could actually go and see what those guards are. As for here, we have a cave with a dragonfly in it. Those dragonflies really like just checking out this area. They're keeping their eyes peeled on us. Makes sense. We are dangerous. Well, we will be dangerous. We're not dangerous yet. I heard a unit of marauders there. That's another 10 followers, so 5 apiece. Don't have much we can do with them, so we're just going to assign them to the magistrates and the temple. I'm looking around, I can't see where these marauders are. As for here, we're just going to assign them to the magistrates and get more fame. We can trade that fame away for gold, which is going to be useful for upgrading our capital. To upgrade, by the way, 150, 50, 50, and 5. We actually could do that. I'm just thinking, we could probably do that right now. So, let's go to the magistrates.
Your deeds have begun to draw attention. Watch your back.
I will, don't worry. We're going to trade away 140 fame for 70 gold. Seems like a lot, but it's worth it. We will unassign the 4 people here from the magistrates and 1 person from a temple and upgrade. The sooner we do this, the better protected this place will be, and the better we can assign our resources, because we don't want crystals, we want gold. So now we have plus 15, plus 15, plus 17, and plus 11. Not bad. Soon we will do the same for Chark, but not just yet. Also, this does mean that we can now upgrade these and assign the experience faster. Need a bit of gold for that, though. Could actually get some gold. Actually, no, stay there for you, please. Could actually get some gold by going to the market.
Be sure to take advantage of our lifetime guarantee. It's good up to 30 days.
Marvelous. Wait, lifetime guarantee 30... That's not good. We will trade 120 crystals for 40 gold, and we will get 1 follower from the market so that we can upgrade this building. Now it's level 2, and we can do this a lot faster and actually assign a lot more experience as well. That's something we need to do. So, if we want to upgrade here, it'll be 65 and 55. We're going to have to wait a few turns for that. It does mean that the necromancers will now be a higher level when we're done. We may have to disband this necromancer eventually, but we are still just waiting. We need to be patient. Generating a lot of resources. Once we have our places at level 2. We destroy everything in our path, including groveling faith followers like you. So that was where the marauders were, over here. This isn't good, because we aren't very fast here. But neither are you. Flee, Bat, flee! This probably isn't going to end well. Then again, you don't have any ranged units, so we might escape. We might escape. You have speed of 16, you have speed of 14. Chances are good. In fact, chances are really good. Ha-ha! Take that. Okay, we lost one of many things, but we know now to get out of here. So, let's get out of here. Use our really fast speed to, we could take this. To be fair, water already hostile to us, so we could take this. Should I, though? Probably not. These 2 dragonflies, really just flitting around all over the place. We'll get more followers soon, then we can assign them to gain even more resources. And then we'll be able to upgrade the other city we have. We're doing this a lot faster than we did last time, that's for sure. And that's good. I think we're being followed. In fact, replace think we're being... No, actually, we're not being followed. Then, where did that sound come from? Are there marauders nearby? There might be marauders nearby. Not here. Yes, marauders there. That's skeletons and some goblins.
How may my blades?
We're gonna have to take them on. And it'll be good for us to take them on, because we will gain some experience for these defenders. Have at they! You fool! Parties such as yours are no match for hardened fighters like us. We shall see about that. And this is when the goblins are... Nope, they're level 1. It's the skeletons that are the dangerous thing here.
How may my clothes?
Should be okay, though. Actually, I'm a little concerned about the archers, because the archers will be able to deal a lot of damage to us.
I'll char them all.
Could force them to move
Pillage
forward by
with speed.
using Kuera.
I move with
I think
speed.
I might, actually. I think I might. Stealth. Oh, wait.
I move with speed.
You moved forward a little bit
May
there.
my blades
If
find warm homes.
You're
of
gonna move. Yeah,
iron
you're gonna
upon
move
them.
forward because of Kuera. This is
May
good
my
for me.
blades
This is
find
very
warm
good for me.
homes upon my arrival.
Right, you're moving forward.
What do you
so,
want?
I want you to start aimed
They
missiling.
shall die.
I
Lord,
want you to start aimed
we shall
missiling.
blaze
And I want all of
across
you to
the
just charge forward.
battlefield. We'll fry 'em.
Let's go! See how this does. The rock hurlers do quite a lot of damage, and because the skeletons were not here, they can't defend the archers,
We'll
which
fry
means
'em.
one less foe to worry about. The skeletons are going to deal a fair amount of harm to our raiders, though. They are quite tough. But our sheer numbers should allow us to destroy them. And it did. We didn't even lose anyone, and our rock hurler gained a level. Tiny amount of spoils. How's the experience for everyone else doing? Long way to go. Over halfway there, and halfway there. Good. Take you a turn to get back. This will be when those dragonflies just flit in and steal my city, but I think we'll be good. Now, have I moved you? Always pays the double check? Yes, I have. I'm very tempted to take these. I'm very tempted to take them just for the small amount of advantage I'll get. They're gonna hate me anyway. They already do. They're already hostile, so why not just make it worse? Yep, we'll take that. And we'll take this too. And now, they absolutely despise us. But then, they were always going to despise us. And the military power is actually not that impressive. We were never going to be able to get them on side either. So, with that done, we should actually... there's their great temple, by the way. Oh, and there are those marauders that I've just inadvertently flown back to. Oops. We should
Pillage your
do a bit more trading. I feel like we
Be
should
sure to take advantage of
trade
our
some
lifetime
crystals
guarantee.
for some
It's good up to 30 days.
gold. How much? About that much. Because to upgrade, it's going to take a lot there, but it doesn't take so much for here. Only 50. Only 50, and in fact, what I'm thinking about it, we can maybe do a little
We're
more
having our biggest fire sale yet.
and get 16. Also, like the pun there for the fire sale. There we go.
How may my blades
You go in there, and next turn, we will upgrade here to level 2, which is important. It's important for the walls, it's important for the assignment of followers, and resource generation. There we go. Now,
How may my blades serve?
we'll get 5 followers from the magistrates, reducing our fame per turn. We aren't getting very much, but that's okay. Because now we have a
My
wall.
knife is restive in its scabbard.
And we can
It has been
unassign
too
these
long
people from the
since I
temple,
played.
because we don't need many resources there, and put them in the things that matter. Like so. Now we get plus 21, plus 19, and plus 11. Marvellous. Now, I want you to go over here and explore about, because we need to get this map filled in. I didn't check the defenses in the water capital. They're probably too powerful for us at the moment, but only for the moment. Only for the moment. Now, we're gaining a lot of resources, but we need to upgrade some things.
Countless have died to become
So
one
this
of our
is
order.
65,
Countless
55,
will
and 1.
continue to try.
We could just actually wait and have these upgrades happen just from all the resources we're generating. Hello? It's a little life sprite. A marauding party has taken a brewery under your control. Oh, have they now? I think it's the one over here. Yep, it's the one over there. That's fine. You can take that. Meanwhile, I'm going to fly over here. See what's in this direction. I think I know what's in that direction, but pays to just go that way and look. Double check. Slowly but surely, we increase our power. That's important. It's very important. we have finished Flame Sword, and we'll continue with Heat Shield, and we have gained
How may my
followers.
blade serve you?
Now, I want you to assign these as follows. Actually, do that.
Many come to
We
us
want
with the
to get
spark of
another
magical ambition,
fire
but
sorceress,
only the gifted will
so
see
that
the
you
talent
Ready to
fan
ignite.
into
can
flame.
help
Yes,
with the
my
research.
liege. What magical
Many come to us with the spark
Where
of
is the,
magical ambition,
What may
There we
but
go.
only the
Sorry,
gifted will see
I haven't
the
actually
talent
upgraded this,
fan.
have I?
Sure.
No, I haven't. But I will do so. I will do so. So having that mage there is ultimately just going to cost me 1 crystal per turn. A little bit of thinking too far ahead, but it's not
Countless
too
have
bad.
died to become one of our order.
Right.
And countless
We'll upgrade
will
this to level
continue.
2,
Countless have died
which
to
means that we
become
get
one of
even
our order.
more experience
And
to
countless
assign
will
there.
be. We welcome all who
And
wish
to
to
upgrade
learn
this,
our
we
craft.
need a lot of
But they must be
gold
willing to endure the
and
cruelty of
some
their teachers.
crystals. That'll be about 4 or so turns.
What is
Speaking
it?
of here,
Are merely
you are done.
dabblers in the ways
These
of
necromancers
magic
are now
until they are
level
ready to
2,
learn at the
and I should
feet
probably
of a
hire
dark
2 of them
elf
as soon as
mage
possible.
of death.
Which means you need to do something. I know what you're going to do. You're going to be a scout. You're going to go over here and just do some scouting.
What spells
For
pique
now,
your
I actually
profane
want
desires?
you to do some research. 5 days for Ray's skeleton. 5 days. Also, I probably should have kept you in there while I was, yeah, I should have kept you in there.
Scorn to Yorak.
Hindir, I've changed my mind. You should totally go back for now. You should totally go back. At least until I can actually get some level 2 mages in there. That was me being very silly. And so, when we come back,
What
folks,
do you want?
I didn't even assign these followers. Should have assigned these followers. There we go. Except I need to unassign a few over time for upgrading buildings. You wouldn't think that I've played through this once before recently, would you? What with all the mistakes I'm making, but they're only very minor mistakes, and we should be fine. Besides, I'm a lot further than I was with Bradigan at this point. And so, when we come back, folks, we are exploring about here, just filling in parts of the map as we go, and readying for our conquest of Urak. We need to do some more training of units, and then hire an army to travel around with Balkoth, and a small army to defend Moldar, as we think about our next target, which very likely is going to be water. Provided, of course, we can get to water, because water, not surprisingly, are over the water. We might need to actually get a boat. I know, using naval units? Less peculiar than you think. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.